Hi, it's Dr. Lisa with Grapevine Health, and today we're out talking to people about youth and the COVID-19 vaccine. What do people think about schools requiring vaccinations? How do they feel about youth getting vaccinated in general? Let's talk to a few people and see what they have to say. So can you tell us your opinion about kids and getting the COVID-19 vaccine? Should they?
I'm all for it. I have a couple of little cousins that are doing everything remotely right now. So, once you get the vaccine, it should be free range.
It depends on the situations that they put in. Like, let's say my son happens to go to camp or something like that. Then, yeah, I would. But if they're at home and, working from school and doing schoolwork at home and stuff like that, I wouldn't do it.
I think that all kids should receive the vaccine to be able to protect themselves. They obviously should be able to access vaccines just like all the other things that we receive vaccines for, that I think, in my personal opinion, are absolutely essential. And in order for kids to be able to get back into school, they need to be able to have the vaccine to protect themselves, but also kids being out of school for this long is really starting to affect mental health of children, I think, and social issues with making friends and being social on a basic basis. I think that it's essential that people are vaccinating their kids for COVID so that way their kid can benefit.
Kids should get it to build up their immune system because they're the future, and you don't know what this might mutate into, or it might even blow even further. So I would recommend that a child gets it.
What do you think about kids being required to get vaccinated to go back to school?
I think maybe it's good. I think it's good to get the vaccine before go back to school. So everybody go be safe.
How you gonna tell a parent, look, put this in your child so they can come to school?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's fair. If you decide to do that, then okay, but if not, I don't think it should be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It should be a mandatory thing or something like that.
I think it's going to be difficult to delegate that but at the same time, it was a global pandemic and everyone should receive and require that, just as schools already require vaccines for other illnesses.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, you had to have your shots to go to school. If you didn't have your shots, you couldn't go to school. Your measles, your chickenpox, your flu, your rubella, different kinds of shots you had to have before you went back to school. Why not involve that too? Because that's the new thing that's out now that kids had to worry about. We didn't have to worry about that.
It makes sense. That's how offices are doing it right now. You want to go into your office and work? Of course, a lot of offices understand that, you really don't need to be at your office to work. But if you want to go to a place to actually work, you get out of your house, yeah, you should be vaccinated.
So what do you think about the vaccines for COVID-19?
I took it for the safety of my family because everyone in the household is there and I'm the only one in the community. So when I go back home, I pretty much different strokes for different folks, you know what I'm saying? For somebody that wants to take it, I think the best thing you can do is explain to them that you took it and that you didn't have no side effects and what's the stipulations of taking the shot and stuff like that. But other than that, ain't really nothing you can do.
Not medically speaking at all, no. I think it can only do good things. I'm worried about the political tension or issues it might, but not medically at all. Yeah. I think it can only do good things, and there's obviously going to be a risk of reactions, but young kids are actually responding better to the virus and to the vaccine itself.
Nearly everyone we talked to today thought the COVID-19 vaccines are a great idea for kids. And remember, the research showed the vaccines are just as effective in kids as they are in adults. And even though there may be side effects, the benefits of the vaccine still outweigh the risks because kids can still get very sick from COVID-19, and they can also transmit coronavirus to others who might be at risk for severe COVID-19. I'm Dr. Lisa, and I'll see you on the street.